Hello, good people, once
Turn right
again.
on North MacArthur Boulevard.
I'll let it speak and then I will continue.
Continue 1.4 miles. Then turn right on West Airport Freeway.
Okay. This is the new V42LM with the latest maps from Garmin. North America 2026.2. And since I know some of you would ask, did the junction view come back? No. That's gone. Well, not on everything. Yeah, it would have been right here. So, anyway. On the Essentials models and the new V 55, 56, 57, 58, 65, 66, 67, 68, and I think that's it. Oh yeah, and the 1390 and 1350 and 1450 and 1490, I believe. Yeah, no junction view on those. Used to have them, not anymore. And that's since the last map update, not even with just the one that was just released here. Am I disappointed by this? No, because I have a bit of a hot take on this, if you will. I never liked junction view. I don't like it with static image or animated. I never did, because while I'm driving, if I'm approaching an exit, this big thing appears on the right side that it's unnerving to me. And what I used to do, like on this one for example, is I would actually go into the JCV folder and just straight up delete it. Well, I'd back it up first, of course, but I would delete it so I didn't see it. I never liked junction view. Now, I know there's some of you out there that really like junction view and wish it would come back, especially on the 1490, because it was a full screen. I did a video on that, as a matter of fact, where it shows the full screen junction view. That was even more annoying to me than just having a third of the screen on the right side showing this image of the junction and what lane you should be in and so on. I just prefer this, just the basic. And that's part of the reason I'm showing the 42 right now, is this is a very basic model. Another reason I'm showing this is that, well, it's the 2026.20 update, and this is a new V42 LM, and it still receives map updates. Thank you, Garmin. Thank you, Garmin. Even though many of you know, I release my own maps, OpenStreetMap based, but I still like getting the Garmin stuff for a couple of reasons. I get the speed limit, which you don't get with OpenStreetMap for United States. The address search, it's amazing, because I don't know if it'll show one here. Yeah, showing nearest address. The intersection, that does work with OpenStreetMap, but this, not so much. And all these work, so if I tap fuel, and that's amazing. I know this thing is old, but GPS to this day, to me, is magical. It's still magical, because you've got this little screen here that communicates with satellites in space. It sounds so future, doesn't it? It communicates with satellites in space to tell you your exact location on the planet. And with local data to this device will show you the roadways and highways and byways. And actually direct you for where you want to go. Even if sometimes this will give oddball routes, as all Garmin's do, as all phones do, as any navigation system does. It's still magical to me. This thing is still so amazing. I still get a charge out of it. I still do. I mean, I think I've said this before in a previous video. Navigation, GPS navigation, to me, is the most important thing to be put into a car since the automatic transmission. I honestly feel it is that significant, and that people just do not realize how wonderful having this is. Even something as old as this, or older. There are some people who still use Nuvi 2350s, which is older than this, or even going further back, there are some people still rocking the Nuvi 765 and 800 series, like the 885 and the 865. And then there are people that go even older than that, all the way back to the first Nuvis, the 200 series, even just a straight up Nuvi 200 that doesn't even have text to speech. It's just pre-recorded voice only. And they're like, yep, I'm good. As long as I can get maps that work in it, which I do provide. Yep, that's all I need. And they just keep using these things. That's amazing. And the first Nuvi was 2007. Now, there are two generations of that, I should say. I made an update of this on my website, sat103.com, that my maps work for 200 series in particular, do work best with white sticker serial numbers instead of gray sticker, and I got to kind of explain that. If you take a Nuvi 200, whether it's a W, a wide model or not, like a 3.5 inch or a 4.3 inch, and you go to the bottom here and you physically turn the unit, you will see a serial number. The first generation of Nuvi 200 series had a gray sticker that showed the serial number. That one is kind of Street Pilot-ish still, and I don't know if it has, because I don't have one to test with, I don't know if that has multiple map support on the memory card. It will support a 32 gigabyte memory card. It will. But I don't know if it has multiple map support. However, if that sticker is a white sticker, that's the next generation after that, which is basically the same, almost the same as the Nuvi 200 series ending in a 5, like a 205, 265, 275. That one I know absolutely has multiple map image file support for the memory card. That one, oh yeah, you can, because I own a few of those. I've got a pair of 255Ws, a 265, a pair of 275s, and on the ones ending in 0, I have a 260. Yeah, I think it's just one. Yeah, I have a 260 with a white sticker, serial number, and my maps will work on that. So that's as old as it gets. Anything older than that, you know, I should, now that I think about it, maybe I should pick up a gray sticker Nuvi 200 series just to test that out, because they're certainly cheap enough. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. What I don't like about the gray sticker ones is that you see how these zoom buttons are on the right side. On the white sticker ones, yeah, they put them all to the right, but on the, remember how I said a moment ago that the gray sticker one is Street Pilot-ish, like previous generation? They put the map zoom buttons where the plus is on the left and the minus is on the right. I don't like that. That's annoying to deal with. I much prefer them on the far right side because they're right next to each other and easy to access. To me, that's just something I prefer. But yeah, I should get that. Anyway, my point is that even there are people that have these Nuvi, even all the way back to the Nuvi 200s, and they will still use them to this day because, in all honesty, the only reason anyone ever stopped using this was because they could not update the maps. That was the only reason. And which is why, later LM models, lifetime map models, like this one, all you need to do is just add in a 32 gigabyte memory card, and then just plug in the Garmin Express and update your maps, and off you go. And for most people, that is enough. That is enough. No, it doesn't have traffic reporting, or phone connectivity or Bluetooth or anything like that. But there's people out there, they're like, I don't care. I just do not care about that. And to be honest, neither do I. Okay, well, the traffic reporting I do like. But if I had to go without it, would it be the end of the world? No. Not for me, anyway. So, yeah, I mainly wanted to make this video to say, well, the junction view did not come back for this model, any of the Essentials models, probably not any of the 1350, 1390, 1450, 1490 models, nor the 55, 56, 57, 58, 65, 66, 67, 68. I believe they all still exist for the 4-digit ones, starting with a 2, as in like the 2497, 2597, 2599, 2689, 2699. I believe they all kept it. Yeah, I should test that. I think you're good there. But yeah, for the ones I just mentioned, no, unfortunately, did come back. But on the positive, we're still getting map updates, so good on that.